So one thing we almost always get when we travel to this part of Florida is barbecue, because this part of Florida is known for good barbecue. So this is what we're having right here. It's not healthy for you at all, but it's good. What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life.
And Katie.
Welcome to Southern Life. On today's video, we're going to be driving through Navarre, Florida. So that was really good barbecue.
They started off at a food truck and now they're at a location.
That food was incredible.
Oh my gosh, I have happy tummy afterward. And I get to go home with dessert. I get to go to the hotel today with dessert. And I can tell you,
we took the dessert to go because we had eaten too much. The sweet tea, on point.
Everything was on point. They gave us free soup, which any place where it's like log cabin at the Bell, like I knew it was gonna.
No, you said a log cabin. That's like the most hated barbecue place in Florida.
The log cabin.
And I like their food. They're not as good as they used to be.
They're so nice. They give me soup. They give me ice cream. I mean, any place where you give someone soup and ice cream, I don't care what the employees are like, as long as the food is good.
First of all, I like their food.
Yeah.
But I do have to admit they're not as good as they used to be.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, they're not as good as they used to be.
They had a lot of snow up here.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I mean, that's... Can you hook up the map on that phone? It'd be nice if we can go into town, but I'm pretty sure you can't. Those cars are just not letting me.
Continue on Florida 399 North.
Actually, there's a road here. You can actually go into town.
Head west on US 98 West.
It hasn't figured out that you can take 98. Yeah, it kind of does. It looks like Sebring.
The barbecue was really good, I'll tell you. I would eat there again. So this goes into town. We'll take this and then hop back around. They're really friendly. The staff was really friendly.
Oh, they're really nice. They gave me stuff and
they gave us free
the price was right, even though we got 2 desserts. So I'm not worried about that. So.
The staff, I think, was friendly.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm putting this up. It annoys me. Unless I got light in front of me, I ain't gonna put it up. Yeah.
How are you mumbling?
I don't know. I'm happy.
Kind of a dead town. There's not much going on here.
Were you expecting? This isn't like.
Kind of boring.
The only thing exciting about this town right now is the snow.
Is that a homeless person right there inside the road?
Yeah.
It sure is. Is that the person that used to sit over there on
No, it's a female.
It's a female?
Mm-hmm.
No, because there's a female that used to sit on the roads just like that in Pasco County, remember? Oh my gosh, talking about homeless people on sidewalks. Bradenton, Florida, last week.
Yeah.
Car spun out in front of the Salvation Army. 27-year-old male. So sad. And what's crazy about it, from my perspective, is I feel like the city's responsible in a way. No interviews. No more interviews. We're just gonna go to the. I'm gonna get to our hotel in Pensacola. I'm exhausted.
I'm happy.
I'm just too tired, baby.
I know.
This area looks really homeless campy. I can see trails going in the woods everywhere, but I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. We need to get to the hotel. I'm about to pass out.
And we already got a good interview for today.
We got one really good interview finally. I think that's really what they're waiting on, is the homeless interviews. Cop car right back
The
there.
thing is, we want to. He lives there.
No. I don't like them. Defund police.
No.
Yeah.
I like the police.
Defund the police. So all my homies can get out of jail and break the law. We're just gonna have to disagree on this one, Katie. I'm like, I can see the disappointment in your face. I got it. Oh, there's another snowman right there. The amount of snowmans that people have made in Florida is insane. I think it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's not gonna repeat itself.
Not they.
Up down that street, like every house had a snowman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's the ability you can watch me.
What type of idiot would actually believe in defund? I know, like, okay, there are police. There's two snowmen really. I know police departments have some police departments have a horrendous reputation, but it's probably if they had better funding, they could afford better cops, not the crappy ones they're under. You know what I mean? Like, defunding the police is Marital. Defunding the police.
Defunding, no. Like, if it's too crooked, you just
Get real
do a
cops.
sting operation and get better cops. It's not that difficult. It's not that.
Sting operation to get better cops.
No, to find out who's too bad. Who shouldn't be a cop.
I love how many snowmen there are out here. I think we got enough snowmen for my video compilation.
Yeah.
Unless we see like a big booty lift looking type of snowman.
Oh, that hurts.
I love how like some houses like just can't get the snow off. No matter what they do, like there's just I ignore them.
I'm good.
Central Rose County.
I'm good.
That street is like frozen solid. The whole street is just one.
They're not going to pull you over because you drove past their house. That's not how life works.
I feel like if the here's another snowman. I feel like if your police department sucks, how would not funding them would just make them suck even more, wouldn't it? Like the best police departments you can think of.
Oh, what? So they can do backroom deals?
And they're just like forced to go extort people and rob dealers to get their fair of the cut. Actually, that might put enough pressure on the cops. Actually, if you think about it, if you're like, I guess pro-crime, if that's a stance you could have. Okay, if you are pro-crime, right? Wouldn't defunding the cops just make the cops want to go after dealers even more?
Mm-hmm.
Because then they would have like an incentive to go get a dealer so they can get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anything, that would just make you more of a target. I never got that. Best police department you can think of.
Well, I know for sure it is Polk County.
Seriously, though. Best police department you can think of. Sarasota's pretty good. I think we're gonna get our body cam footage from Sarasota before Branson.
I know we are. Because I saw the email and there was like a deadline of when they had to have it by.
Yeah. And even if they don't meet the deadline, at least they were trying to meet a deadline. Branson's like, we'll get this to you by 2038.
I think I will have children before I get that body cam
Footage from Branson, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pigeon lofts. Look. Pigeon lofts.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. No, they are. Look. I know what a pigeon loft looks like. They're at an angle. Well, why else would they be at an angle? They're pigeon lofts. Look at it.
That's a house. That's like somebody's shed. That's not a pigeon
It's not
loft.
a pigeon loft?
No, it's like someone's mother-in-law suite.
They're treating their mother-in-law like it's a pigeon. I love how these houses have like snow on the roof.
That's the type of house I want. I want like a mother-in-law suite. But knowing you, it wouldn't be for your mother-in-law. It would become your pigeon coop.
This house looks pretty cool. I'm gonna back up in here. I'm trying to get a really good cover photo for this town. This town deserves a good cover photo. I just can't get it. I think this house right here looks like really northern looking. Yeah, that's it right there. Bam. Beautiful house. Okay, I'm just trying to get a good cover photo for this town. So, anyways, best police department you can think of, probably Sarasota. Another police department that you're like, wow, they do a good job. It's like, I don't even know if I'm turning left or right. I think I'm turning left.
I don't know what I'm to
I can't tell. Take the north off, and then you'll be able to tell. Yep. Okay, we're stuck here now. Jersey Mike's is so expensive. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is so expensive.
Actually, yeah.
I was driving my mom crazy before you were born. A lot of times people assume that if something bad happens, well, if you report it, you might actually make yourself a target, though. Maybe there might be a fear factor behind that. Like if you were to report law enforcement, like let's say you knew a cop did something horrendous and you were going to report it, would they take you serious, or would there have to be 50 reports on that cop before they did anything? That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting question. Overall, Navarre doesn't have much. I mean, you have this, you got the beach, lots of new houses going in. This is kind of like a Lehigh. New apartments right here. There's not a lot.
Yeah. Navarre makes me want to sleep.
No, I'll tell you, that fishing pier is incredible.
Yeah, it is. I would come back to fish.
I have a fishing pole on me.
No, it's too cold.
Do you think I care? Yes, I do. If it's this cold, yes. Normally, no, but this is extra cold. My homies now, you feel me? They fun ways now.
That was never your personality.
Boy, did I have to cover up a few things to be able to get hooked up to a white girl. No, I think the moment I met you, I really got more serious and became more of a... Like, I realized, okay, here's a white woman. Let's get this figured out. Look at the size of those houses.
No, I told you had to do a bunch of stuff.
You were like, Jose, you can't stand on the couch. You're going to get kicked out, boy.
Yeah, I think the first thing I did was say your friends.
Let's not even get started on things you needed to change, Katie. Remember that? And by the way, women will scam you. Let me tell you, give some young people marital advice right here.
Get married young. To a
If
good
a woman wants to marry you, run.
Marry her.
No, run.
Is she a good woman? Marry her. You've been married how long, Jose?
I have been in this situation for 15 years, going on 16.
And you've known me how long?
Just about as long.
17 years.
If anybody can rescue me,
No one needs rescuing.
I have been stuck in this relationship now for how long?
You realize you could leave anytime you want.
Where to? You got my credit card information. You haven't taught me how to pay any of my bills. You changed it. I'd starve without you. Okay? You got all my credit card information. I can't even pay my own bills. You won't give me the password for any of my own stuff. This is practically an extortion at this point. They're building some big houses out here. You act like I got an option. I love how she's like acting like I can just leave. Like, no, I can't. She knows how to pay all my bills with my money. And she won't. I've tried teaching her. I've tried like the time of the month when she pays bills, I try to like sneak around and catch her paying it, see if I can see what the passwords are to get in my own accounts. This is practically an extortion racket at this point.
No, I literally. I'll tell you later. But yeah.
You can tell me that, huh? Look, when you marry somebody, that person is the person you found. Because these women will tell you all types of lies. I'm gonna lose this weight. I just needed somebody to motivate me so I can lose weight. Okay? Don't believe those lies. The person you married
It's the person you married.
is the person you met, the day you met them. When a woman tells you she's gonna lose 400 pounds or she's gonna get off of whatever substances she's on or I don't know what your particular situation is. No, that's the way you found that person. Learn their faults and accept them. A woman could be violent, territorial, aggressive, hostile, violent, evil, extortionist, revilers, up to no good, gossipers, slanderers. The way you met that woman is the way she is. So don't think if you meet a woman all of a sudden that she's just gonna become this, like, oh honey, I'll get off crack. No. And whatever you do, if you're getting married, if you meet a fat girl, she tells you she's gonna lose that weight, and you're gonna, she just needed somebody to motivate her. Believe me, I don't know if you can get off crack or not, but you sure can't get off those donuts down there at the 7-Eleven. I'll tell you right now, you cannot.
7-Eleven donut in 5
You
years.
cannot get off of those donuts. Okay?
I haven't had a donut in 6 months, Jose.
Okay, so like, you cannot.
Actually, longer. I think it's actually been a year.
If you're a young person, you just met somebody, and she's like real big, and she's like, honey, I'll lose this weight for you. Believe me.
Yeah.
You could beat her to a pulp, leave her places, make her walk home. You could put her on a treadmill with a time clock on it, and
Yeah, he left me at Walmart once and made me walk home.
for your own good.
No, because you were impatient.
I said it was for your health. No matter what a woman tells you, do not believe
He
it.
left me at the Walmart because
Good.
he didn't want to use the public bathroom. I'm not kidding me. I'm not kidding you.
Why you trash talking me like this? Hold on. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on now. Hold on. So now you're gonna start trash talking me? Here I am. You told me to give people marital advice. Here I am giving people marital advice. And now you're gonna start pulling some dead skeletons out of the closet on me from 20 years ago?
Yeah, it was about 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
14,
You're
15
gonna
years
start
ago.
pulling out some dead skeletons out of the closet on me?
Ow!
Yeah? You're gonna start pulling out some dead skeletons out of the closet
Yeah,
on
do
me?
that. It was helping my neck. Whatever you were doing, go back to doing that. That helps so much.
It's called strangulation, kid. It's a felony in Florida.
It wasn't strangulation. It was helping. It was helping.
Yeah, that's a felony here in Florida, by the way.
Go back to doing it.
Okay? That's a felony here in Florida.
That's not strangulation. That helps a lot.
This is actually a felony here in Florida. I don't know if you knew that. It's called strangulation.
No, you're rubbing my neck.
It's not rubbing. I haven't got a good grip on you yet.
Yeah, I got a crick in my neck. This is helping.
Yeah, it's called strangulation, felony in Florida. Anyways, it's called assault by strangulation, kid. It's a felony. Anyways, you asked me to get
Like
people.
you could actually get your hands around my neck to hurt me.
In the state of Florida, that's a felony, like I said. Anyways, y'all, hear me out. Hear a play it out. If you're gonna marry somebody, that person is the person you met. Don't believe no sob story about how they're gonna get a job.
Yeah, I don't work well.
If you meet somebody, and when you meet them, they're unemployed, they're gonna remain unemployed. Don't
My
think,
body doesn't work well not working.
A lot of
when
times,
I do
like-
work, it works.
You know what I
even
think
less
happened to me and Katie? I'll be honest. I think me and Katie met each other in a very imperfect state, and we just looked at each other like, "Well, I can fix that." And she's like, "Well, I can fix that." And 17 years down the road, we have
We're
figured
still
out
fixing each other.
there is no fixing a woman that eats as much as she does.
I continue to fix him every day, and he's been very well fixed.
You have not fixed me. I'm not a dog or a cat that can be spayed or neutered, okay? Now you're gonna put some respect on my name like a little Birdman or something, okay? You're gonna put some respect on my name, Katie. I'm not a dog or a cat that can be sprayed or neutered. What's going going on there? So don't think if you're a young person getting married, don't think you're gonna, because you're like, well, she'll lose that weight, and she's probably like, yeah, he'll stop beating me.
You never do that.
You know, whatever faults the other person has, please don't put out my faults. I mean, I'm using the fact that you're fat because it's a pretty obvious one. You know what? I'm a jerk. Is that a good one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, don't be like, she probably thought, one day he'll stop being a jerk to me. You know, and sure enough, here we are 16 years later, and I'm pointing out the fact she's fat and hasn't lost weight in front of thousands of people watching YouTube. So, no, if you meet a guy and he's a jerk, he's going to remain a jerk.
I was hoping I'd have 8 children by now. That was my life goal, have 8 children.
Yeah.
At age 18.
If a woman tells you she's pregnant right before you get married to make sure you don't leave her, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's talk about that little lie, young lady. If a woman tells you she's pregnant, you have to get married because she's pregnant. Let me tell you, I'm still
that
waiting.
never happened.
Oh sure. Like if you get cold feet right before you get married, and she's like, no honey, we can't. I'm pregnant. Can't you tell? I'm 9 months into this. Oh! I thought that was the end right there for sure. What time?
We all told you I wasn't pregnant.
No. If you get cold feet right before your wedding day, and you're like, I don't think this woman's going to get a job. Is it me or is there less traffic here than ever?
Yeah.
Can I see a map, see what time we're in right now? I'm sure we're not in Navarre anymore. I'm sure we've driven clear to Navarre at this point.
I think we're in the cola.
It's closer to Pensacola. Pull it up.
Go freeze.
Oh yeah, Gulf Breeze. I thought Gulf Breeze was on the island. We're not on the island.
Where are we?
Let me see a map over here.
Tiger Point.
Let me see. Yeah, so we've been heading west out of Navarre, and we're probably... Okay, so Oro Beach is coming up next, and then Gulf Breeze. And you know what? I'm just going to run with it. Navarre's a big town. I want you guys to see the area. We're practically pushing into the outskirts of Pensacola now. We're going to be passing Oro Beach and... What's the other one? Gulf Breeze. No, but seriously though, like, don't be afraid of getting married. I was afraid. I was like, wow, I'm going to be stuck with this woman for the rest of my life. That's a very scary notion, to be stuck with one person forever, because, you may want to have 3 or 4 or 5 different persons, but then you're like, no. If you meet somebody who really loves you, you're just going to have to stop being a player. And be loyal to that one person. And I know for a young person, sometimes it's difficult because sometimes young people meet the right person and they want more and more and more out of relationships, and they'll pass up on somebody who would have been... I've seen a lot of people pass up on somebody who would have been perfect for them because they think they're going to find something incredible out there. And the reality of marriage is that it's somebody that you're going to have to deal with and smell their farts for the rest of your life. So compatibility is very important.
Remember, you're always 2 imperfect people.
Very imperfect.
You're never going
Stubborn,
to have
hard-headed.
complete perfection.
Just about got a hearing impairment down there. So you're going to be stuck with somebody that has anger issues, violent tendencies.
Make sure you're with someone who showers. Unless you don't shower. If you both don't shower, then you're okay.
Yeah, if you have to teach somebody that they have to shower every day. But the idea is this, look. The other person's going to have some faults. And you're going to...
Nobody wants to smile at McDonald's. Don't lie about the smiling faces.
Everybody has imperfections. And you're going to have to deal with them. And nobody is 100% this beautiful package. And if you are found somebody and you think they are perfect, boy, have you not seen something that's probably obvious to somebody else. And if you're lying about your faults and they're lying about theirs, you're probably not being forthcoming about your faults. Like, you know, like, I watched these videos of, like, I think it was, like, a cop or something where, like he was married to his wife for a long time, and, like, the guy had, like, a whole another wife somewhere else or something. Like, the guy had, like, another wife somewhere else, you know what I mean? Like, how do you even get to the, like, you're gonna have to be completely united to this person. Trustworthiness is at the forefront. You gotta be able to trust the other person. They gotta trust you. I think that's really important. And her meeting me the same way. Because it takes two in this difficult world.
41% of first marriages will end in divorce.
41% of marriages end in divorce. So you got almost 50-50 chance of survival. That's pretty bad. And
according to the American Psychological Association.
So you got almost 50-50 chance of this crap right now. You know, a young couple gets married, they got a 50% chance that they're going to stay together. That's fairly disappointing.
Factors that may affect divorce rates. Economic conditions, low-income families
That's
may...
what I'm... There are people whose poverty brings them to divorce. If they had money and things were good, they could be married for 1,000 years. But the moment somebody is hungry, the moment somebody is sick, the moment somebody ends up in a wheelchair for the rest of their life, that changes quickly. And that is lack of commitment. You're going to marry somebody, and if they end up in a wheelchair tomorrow, you're going to have to be the one to wipe their butt for the rest of their lives. Are you willing to do that for somebody else? That's a humiliating point for both people. It's humbling for both. It can happen.